Hey, let's make sure the audio works and everything. Make sure that's all good before I fucking have a stroke. Make sure the audio works and everything. Make sure that's all good before I fucking have a stroke. Make sure the audio works and everything. Okay. Oh, no. Okay. This feels illegal to type, but I'm typing it anyway. Oh, God. VTuber, yeah, that's what I want to. Not VTuber Uprising. I don't even know what VTuber Uprising is. Okay, okay. Oh dear God. All right. Oh boy. A beautiful world. A beautiful world. I can't believe I'm doing this again. Not that I dislike Higurashi. It's literally one of my favorite series of all time. But damn, it took me way too long to finally get back into playing this damned game. Well, not a game necessarily. We're going to be reading. I don't remember all that happened in chapter 4. Honest to God, I don't fucking remember squat. If I go off of my memory from what I do remember, we don't play as Keiichi in chapter 4. Instead, we play as a rookie detective. I forgot his name already, but I'll fucking remember it when we get back to playing through. And one of the first individuals we meet is Rika. And a lot of things are different in Hinamizawa, as I think this takes place before the first couple of chapters. There's no sign of, like, Keiichi or Reina or anything. It's just Rika. I don't think we ran into anyone else. I think Mion and Shion were brought up maybe once or twice. I could be wrong. But the Sonozaki's, of course, been like a main thing in Hinamizawa. And we're with Oishi-san, because he's a homie and whatnot. Uh, anyways, if I remember where we left off, um, we were trying to get a hold of our waifu, who is about to go into labor, but someone was cutting the wires of the telephone poles. And that's when we went and ran into Rika, and that's when I stopped streaming this game for almost half a fucking year. It wasn't that I was scared. Okay, I was shitting bricks, but that's not the reason I quit. I don't know why I quit, other than the fact that I was having mental issues. Because, gee, I wonder why. It's always with me. I swear to God, it's always with fucking me. I swear, there's never a time where I'm sitting back just like, yeah, I'm glad that I'm fucking living. Oh, why they gotta do this to me? But anyways, let's not dawdle about. Continue and oh no, fuck. Oh no, I don't know if I could do this. All right, load. Okay, we can do this. We can do this. She began to follow alongside me. Looking at her face, I could see that she wore a mischievous smile, as if she was extremely interested in whether or not I would get lost. She's a fucked up bitch.
リカちゃんの家もこっちの方向なのかい
Akasaka. Akasaka, that's his name. So is your house also this way?
なのですよ。
Alright, because they have their own. Sorry, I've been playing Fire Emblem recently and there's not a lot of voice lines, so.
こんな時間に一人で表を歩いてるとご両親に怒られたりし
別に怒られませんです。今日はご両親は忙しい日なので、僕のことなど忘れていますですよ。
If I remember about Rika's parents, there's a reason she looks pissy.
それでも帰った方がいいきっと怒るよ
それでも赤坂とおしゃべりする方が面白いのでいいのです。
You don't know me that well. And plus, the last time I remember, you fucking threatened me to get out of Hinamizawa. She said that with a face free of worry as she looked up at me once more and smiled. When she showed me that smile, the eerie feelings surrounding her faded. But even then, she was still as mysterious to me as ever. We arrived at the corner that I had turned at earlier, but it was much darker than before. The point of view had changed from the return trip. I wasn't very confident that this was actually the corner I turned at. There's no mistake. It had to be this corner. As I began to move my feet again, the girl grabbed onto my clothes.
赤坂は病院へ戻るのではないのですか？
Everybody now. So, I remember why I quit. Okay. Let me just go ahead and say this. I'm just going to go ahead and say this. I think what makes this worse is it's not a fear, okay? Well, I wouldn't call it not a fear, but like Reina and Mion doing crazy shit, that was pretty scary, obviously. But I think with Rika, it's a lot worse. I think the younger they are, the scarier it is when they say a bunch of crazy shit. Because you don't expect them to say that kind of shit. And even if you did expect it, it would be worse if they actually understood the meaning of what they're saying. Yeah, I think this one makes it worse. Hell, I'm lucky Satoko didn't go through... Like, sure, Satoko went through some shit, but she's not, you know.
もちろん戻るつもりだよ。道間違えた？
A short moment of silence. Eventually, still holding my clothes, she began to walk. It was the beginning of the walk to the hospital this mysterious girl would take me on. Oh, nothing makes me happier than thinking. Oh, God.
電話のコードを切って回ってたのリカちゃんだろ。ダメだよ、もうしゃ。
僕には何のことかよくわかりませんのですよ。
本当にかい？
She tried to play dumb, but it was written all over her face.
ニパー。
It was obvious she was trying to laugh it off, but that adorable smile of hers just made me want to forgive her. I'm gonna be a horrible father, aren't I? The momentary lapse of intention was erased by her next words.
孫、無事に見つかってよかったです。
Oh, right, we also did that too. And also came across Higarashi's technical first game over, which was kind of cool. Unable to respond right away, I sunk into silence. I had already learned this from Sato-san's info, didn't I? This girl, no, this entire village knew everything since the moment I stepped foot into it. I considered playing dumb, but in the end, I chose not to. With everything being known already, there was no point in feigning ignorance.
なんとかね。
それはよかったです。これで東京に帰れますですよ。
ありがと
赤坂の怪我はひどいのですか？
う。さあ、ひどいのかどうか、医者の診察を聞いてないからわからないな。
Huh? Come to think of it, I vaguely remember being told to lie down and take it easy for the last 24 hours. Did that mean bed rest?
怪我人は病院を抜け出してはいけないのですよ。
電話のコードだって切っちゃいけないんだぞ。
僕には何のことやらわからないのです。
じゃあこっちだって何のことかわからないや。
We played with each other and both laughed at the same time. If someone saw us laughing at each other like this, it would probably bring a smile to their lips.
赤坂が 生きてこの村を出られる確率は、僕は赤坂に死んでほしくはないので、生きて村を出ることができて嬉しいです。
Do you actually care? I'm starting to wonder if she actually cares or not.
リカちゃん、最初っから私の正体は知ってたんだろ？
She said nothing, but gave a firm nod.
分かっていると思うけど、私たちはこの村のどちらかというと敵の部類に入ると思う。なのに君はいろいろと忠告してくれたね。
That's right. She said that. She said it at that time. She wouldn't warn somebody that she was okay with dying. She definitely said something like that.
なら私は君に感謝するべきなのかもしれないね。
感謝した方がいいのですよ。僕は命の恩人なのです。
When you say it like that, it fills me with fucking fear. Saying that, she puffed up her chest proudly. She said it jokingly, but the meaning behind those words were very heavy. It was because whether I lived or died was the decision that might have been made in a place unbeknownst to me. She said those words with such an adorable smile that it took moments of silence before their weight to settle in. I've been to this place before. The Guardian's office was where... Oh, was there, sorry. It was the stone steps leading to the Furude Shrine. When I passed by before, I was so focused on finding the phone booth that I didn't realize where I was.
確かこの神社がリカちゃんの家だったよね。
まあ、そんなものです。
Looking up at the shrine grounds, it was brightly lit, and energetic voices could be heard. Yo, what's up? How's it hanging, Pink? 'Tis been a while. A lot has changed. For example, I'm reading Higurashi. a lot has changed to say the least. Let me also check Twitch, see how the chat box looks on the thing. It actually looks pretty decent. I was worried that it would look kind of like shit, but it actually looks pretty good. That's good. How are you doing today? I hope you are doing well and whatnot. What's going
今日
on?
はお祭りの日なのですよ。
Uh-oh.
お祭り？
ひなみ沢村の唯一で一番のお祭り、綿流しのお祭りです。
The flashbacks are flowing through me.
綿流し？
Was that it? Oh, okay. Okay, Akasaka.
祭りなんて名ばかりのつまらないものですよ。
Still hanging in there. How about yourself? I won't lie. When I woke up, I felt kind of nervous of doing this, but I feel safer now because Rika has yet to kill me. But other than that, in terms of life and shit, I've been doing okay. I'm mainly a little bit stressed because of shit that happened yesterday, which I won't get into, but let's just say I'll be fine. It ain't no big deal. It's just, you know, it's the fucking aftermath, and I'm just like, fuck.
見ますですか？
She asked bluntly, but seeing that I looked interested, she climbed up a couple steps and motioned for me to come. I was only gonna go back to sleep anyways. If I had nothing else to do, it might not be a bad idea to go with her for a little detour. In the hostile territory that was this village, I didn't know what would happen if I ventured down the side road without Oishi. Even though I thought of the village like that, when I was with this girl, I forgot all about it. In any case, even without anything to back it up, I felt so as long as I was with her, none of the ill will from the village will befall on me. That's why, even though I knew my cover was blown, I strangely had no qualms about setting foot into the heart of the Anafuguchi Guardian's territory. Coming up to the grounds of the shrine, I could see there was about 3 pavilions? I don't know how to fucking say that word, sorry. Set up, and meeting tables with folding chairs. The old folks of the village know the No, the execute. What the fuck? Here we are again. I can't read. They were already quite drunkenly sharing another round of drinks. I could only see it as people from the village council drinking while enjoying the evening air. At least it was certainly quite different from any festival that I have ever seen.
ね、つまんないお祭りでしょ。
これは確かにお祭りには見えないね。
大昔からずっと続いてきたお祭りですが、見ての通り、すっかり寂れてしまったのですよ。
As if to chide the old folk, she said that while looking down at them, with an spread. God damn it! I wasn't created to read, okay? You really couldn't call this a festival anymore. It was just a bunch of neighbors getting together to drink under the. Yeah.
これじゃ祀られる神様も気の毒だな。
こんなみっともないお祭りも5、6年もすると村中が総出でやってきて、ちゃんと儀式も真面目にやる立派なお祭りになるのですよ。
What she said was not so much a wishful thinking, as it was a telling of the future that had already been determined. She wasn't even predicting it. It was almost like she was simply reporting the results. That's how it sounded, at least. Even though it was based on speculation, the way she said it wouldn't let me interject. It was the same way she talked when she changed. While I struggled to find words to reply to her, she wandered around the other side of the grounds, not minding me at all. Not in the state where I could afford to be left behind, I hurriedly followed after her. Passing through the... Oh no. Oh no, the music stopped. I felt so comfy with the music. I felt so comfortable with the music, you know? Fuck me. Why's it gotta be little children to fucking scare the shit out of me? I fucking don't like it. Can they just not know deadly things for fucking once? Passing through the copse of pine trees, a strong cool breeze ruffled my hair. There from that evening was a splendid observation platform that the girl had shown me. It had grown completely dark. The modest lights littered across the nightscape were providing a different type of scenery.
こうして眺めると、この村ものどかそうに見えますのです。
She said that with an indifferent look on her face.
君は先日この村は絶対にダムに沈むことはないとそう断言したね。
Oh, she didn't reply, seemingly relishing in the feeling of the wind blowing through her hair.
あれはあの時点でもう大臣が要求に応じていたという意味だったんだね。
She spun around, her gaze meeting mine, but she said nothing. She spoke nothing that would neither confirm nor deny what I said.
多分今回の事件は闇から闇へ葬られる。本庁上層部は多分大臣のスキャンダルが公になってトラブルになることを望まないと思う。
さもないと孫を殺すぞと脅したに違いないのです。
で大臣との交渉が成功し孫は解放された。
孫を助けたのは赤坂ですよ。
どうだろう。発端となったあの財布の発見、あれ自体がすでに出来すぎだったように思う。
Ever since the moment that wallet was discovered, I felt something was odd. Or she said it as well, that the Sonozaki family had given their order to release the hostage. Meaning that our little manhunt was a farce to begin with. Come to think of it, I was punched, kicked, and had a gun pointed at me. I felt like they put up quite a fight, but that might have been all part of a good performance. Once the negotiations were successful, they couldn't just say, "Here you go," and return the minister's grandson right to his doorstep. They knew that public safety would have realized that this was a kidnapping case, and were moving in on it. That's why, due to the actions of the public safety, the grandson was able to be rescued safely. So the minister didn't give any unreasonable demands. Oh, didn't give in to any. Okay. That type of performance was necessary.
僕には難しいことはよくわかりません。
同感だな。私にだって難しいことはよくわからない。だが一つ確実なことがある。君が言った通りってことさ。この村はダム湖になんか沈まない。ダム計画なんてそのうちなくなってしまうってことさ。
It wasn't something an officer of the law should be saying, but I naturally let those words slip from my mouth. The village may have stirred up all sorts of trouble, but that was because they were protecting their homes. If someone just decided by themselves that I had to leave a house that I used to be living in, I would resent them as well. On top of that, it wasn't a place like mine where I just happened to be renting it, but a place that their family had lived for generations. It might be ignorant to call their desperate resistance an overreaction. I might not really be qualified to criticize politics or words, but deliberately building a dam on land that was loved by its residents wasn't something I could get behind.
でもよかったじゃないか。
どうしてですか？
少なくともこれでこの村に平和が戻るよ。
Even though the minister promised to use his considerable influence to cancel the project, it would take more than a few months before it would be completely scrapped. At the very least, it would probably take 1 or 2 years for the villagers to officially hear that their village wasn't going to be submerged from the bottom of the dam. Was still a ways away. But it was no mistake that the promise of peace returning to the village was there. It turned out from the beginning to the end that it had already been decided. Just like the girls said, it was decided. There wasn't really a need for me to come here in the first place. There was absolutely no need for me to come here and aggravate an unpleasant situation. If I had come here, or if I had never come here, then the grandson's release might have been done more... Yeah.
平和が、この村に？
I nodded. She laughed as if to admonish me, but her face remained indifferent, expressionless. Then her eyes narrowed slightly and she snickered.
これから毎年血生臭いことが起きるのに。
Oh no.
リカちゃん何の話だい？
As the wind blew her hair about the girl, as if taking pleasure in that I was the only one who didn't know, continued to snicker and looked at my face for a while.
私ね、あと何年かすると殺されるの。
What the fuck? Is this referring to what happened in Chapter 3, or is this another thing entirely? Huh? Blacklit by the moon, it was hard to tell if her expression had been cast in the shadow was smiling, amused, or resigned.
リカちゃんがどうして？
とても不愉快なことだけど、それも多分決ま
っているって誰がそんなことを決めるんだい？
それを私も知りたいの。
Turning back to face me, she showed me an absolute expression, or a resolute expression for the first time. And after staring into my eyes for a moment, she turned back to the gaze of the scenery before she spoke her next words.
ここは人の命を何とも思わない連中でいっぱいです。これを伝えても何も変わらないかもしれないけど、でも死という月を映す水面をかき消すためなら小石を投じることもあるかもしれない。
I had no idea what she was trying to say. It's just, I had to listen to every word with my body and soul, or at least that's what I thought.
来年の今日、そう、 昭和54年の6月の今日、ダム現場の監督が殺されます。
For a moment, I couldn't comprehend what she was talking about. By the foreman. Did she mean that that gruff old man that I played mahjong with?
殺されるって。どうして？
She didn't answer. But she had the same expression on her face when she declared that the damn project would go away. That wasn't the face of somebody making a forecast or prediction. It was something already decided. No. It was as if she was already reporting the results. That sort of expression.
恐ろしい殺され方をした後、体中をバラバラに引き裂かれて捨てられてしまいます。
Yep.
バラバラ殺人。
その翌年の昭和55年の6月の今日、聡子の両親が突き落とされて死にます。
Satoko? It was the first time I heard that name, but I didn't have the courage to interrupt the girl's story.
あるいは事故と言うべきかもしれない。不幸な事故。
The girl smiled faintly, but she wasn't exactly encouraging me to smile along with the lifeless look in her eyes.
そしてさらにその翌年の昭和56年の6月の今日、私の両親が殺されます。
Oh, that's right. I almost forgot. Okay, shit. Right. So if I remember, yeah, that's when they're killed. So they're still alive right now. Okay. I guess that still explains why she looked a little pissy when we brought up her parents, but that's besides the point.
そしてさらに翌年の昭和57年の6月の今日、聡子の意地悪おばが頭を割られて死にます。そしてさらに翌年の昭和58年の6月の今日、あるいはその数日後か、私が殺されます。
So, this is taken into account. I'm starting to think of like chapter 3 because she was killed in chapter 3. But I don't even remember. Was it ever explained how she was killed? Like, I know Rika was dead in chapter 3, but. And even then, a couple of days after the Watanagashi festival. But, like, what killed her? Who killed her? I don't remember. I don't think it was explained in chapter 3. And if it was definitely something I missed.
すべての死が予定調和なら、最後の死もまた予定のうちなのでしょうか。でも、ならばこれは一体誰の予定なの
？The village is full of murderers and people who have no regard for human life. Would it be fine to believe that all the deaths up to 1982 would be the work of somebody in the village? It would be fine to believe that all the deaths would occur where the discretion of those who control the village. But that didn't explain what would happen in 1983. There's no way the last death would fit with anybody's plans. They had no regard for human life. They would use every means at their disposal to meet their goals. But their goals were at odds with the last death. And that's why the last death was unrelated to them. But that last death would definitely, most likely, probably, without question, happen. Probably, definitely, I dare say. The last death would be a merciful one. A handkerchief or something would be placed over their mouth, letting them lose consciousness and never wake up again. Exactly whose plan was that?
私は幸せに生きたい。
I bet you do, Rika.
望みはそれだけ。大好きな友人たちに囲まれて、楽しく日々を過ごしたい。それだけなの。それ以上の何も望んでいないの。
リカちゃん。
You'll spend time with Keiichi and the others. I know you will.
死にたくない。
And you're not gonna. We gonna make sure of it. The girl, stoic as ever, won't let those last words slip in the end. Eventually, we were discovered by some drunks. The girl as well as I were dragged back to the festivities. Everybody was completely drunk, so even when they saw my head was completely wrapped in bandages, they wouldn't let me leave. Well, certainly if I was in a good enough condition to slip out of the hospital, it must not be that serious. The girl was mingling with everybody, being pampered like a kitten. Her expression was adorable, nothing like the one from just before. Predicting her own death and whispering that she didn't even want to die. Having said that, having a silly, lively conversation like this, it was hard to believe that those people were the core of an extremist resistance group. Even if it were the shell of its former self, it was a festival where people in the village gathered, so the 20-some-odd folk here should have included some of the village, I'm gonna kill something. Among those, there were no doubt that there were members that were part of the Sonozaki family council in attendance. Meaning, even if we were never to meet face to face before, there were people who knew my identity. In a small village like this, they knew the faces of all villagers that lived here. That's why even without saying anything, it soon became obvious that I was an outsider. But they actually seemed interested by that, asking me all sorts of questions about Tokyo, drinking while musing the faint relationship of the city had with the villagers and emphasizing with the rather meager environment. I can't read, help me. The confidential talks with the minister were finished. His grandson was in police custody, and everything was over. I might not have to be put in another perilous situation. To me, they were only my adversaries because of my job. Outside of that, there was no reason I couldn't be friendly to them. The next time I visited the village, would it return being a tranquil and beautiful place? If that happened, I might be able to take a relaxed walk around the village with her again. My cup was once again filled to the brim with beer. By the time I was able to get away, it was the middle of the night. The girl at some point disappeared. It seems that her parents had told her to go home and sleep when she let out a large yawn. The old folks, who had absolutely no remorse in making an injured person hang around with them, told me as much as they laughed. As they were drinking, or I was just there drinking, so I had to help a little bit with the cleaning up. However, my help was refused on the grounds that I was a guest. On top of that, they had a car prepared to take me back to the hospital. Oh, well, that's rather nice of them. Losing the battle against my sleepiness inside the car, I was sound asleep until we reached the parking lot of the hospital. The front door of the hospital was naturally locked at this hour. I wandered around bewilderedly, searching for a back entrance until someone on night duty found out and let me inside.
こんな時間までどちらへ？入江先生も心配してましたよ。
ご迷惑をおかけしました。神社でお祭りの人たちに引き止められまして。
ああ、そういえば今日は神社で町会の人たちが集まって飲むとか言ってたな。それはご愁傷様でした。傷は大丈夫ですか？
ちょっとズキズキしますね。多分アルコールのせいだと思います。
そうだ。お連れの刑事さんが連絡が欲しいと言ってましたよ。
いけない。大石さんを待たせてたんだった。
I glanced at the clock. No matter how you looked at it, it's way too late to call him now. I'll apologize to him tomorrow over the phone. I returned back to my hospital room and slipped into bed, and I was still unmade from the time I went outside. That's no good. I have to turn off the lights. But my weariness had cut the core, powering my body, luring me into a deep sleep. Lol. I don't trust this fucking music. Mother's Diary 1 through 3. The Prophecy of the Beginning. Okay, let me check the achievements, because if I remember, I was bitching a lot because... Okay. We're on the final chapter. Wait, no, I'm not kidding. We're actually on the final fucking chapter. There was something I didn't like about my child. I first realized that when I started writing these things down. They never warn you about it in any books about raising children. But they aren't just a plaything. Well, no shit, they're a living being. If they aren't able to feel loved when they're not doing exactly as their parents want them to do, then those parents are failures. That makes sense. Like, even if they do something wrong, they should still feel loved. Like, I'm not saying don't steer them in the right direction, but, you know. I mean, I'm no parent, so don't take my word for advice. This wasn't something like that, though. How can I say it? It's probably harder to express with mere words. I just want my child to be average. As long as they weren't falling behind, there wasn't any need to excel at anything. Okay, that's a good mindset. You don't need to be perfect at everything. As long as they acted appropriately for their age, I would have been fine with it. Ooh, this parent would not like me. But my child has been different ever since kindergarten. While the children in the class are running around in excitement about the field trip the next day, she only wore a bored look on her face, aloof and distant. When the other kids broke the equipment for the athletics festival and were apologizing fervently, she only wore a bored look on her face, aloof and distant. When the teacher was reading a fun picture book, only she wasn't smiling. Even when they all got delicious bento, she was the only one not happy. If it was only this, then it would still be in the realm of understanding. However, what I didn't understand about my child was the aforementioned situations happened again, and how they'd act in a manner befitting of their age. I don't understand the principle behind that as a parent. Why were they indifferent about the field trip, but happy about this one? Why were they indifferent about the picture book, but happy about this one? I suppose it would depend on the context, right? But then again, whose fucking child is this, and why are we reading this? Why were they indifferent to the about that bento, but happy about this one? This isn't about Rika, is it? The former and the latter in each situation seemed exactly the same to me. There was even times where I thought the former one was better. I don't understand that child's feelings. During the parent-teacher meetings, the teacher always says the same thing. And I would respond with, I don't understand my own child. And we would mope together. My husband, always the optimist, once said that a young child's feelings are different from one of an adult's. So if there were some things that we didn't understand, then we mustn't worry about it. I lament his lack of urgency. One day, when I was in a good mood, I took the effort to prepare a menu for that my child would enjoy. Oh, that sounds nice. But she only smiled with a vague expression of disinterest. That attitude frankly made me angry. So I hit, what the fuck is wrong with you, bitch? Whoa, notice how I was like, kind of like lower toned when I was reading, and then I read that, and I was just like, what the fuck, bitch? You wanna fucking go? You wanna tussle? Alright, bitch? Hey man, if there's one thing I hate more than creepy, scary kids, it's people hurting kids. You wanna fucking throw down? We'll fucking throw down, bitch. On a day when the weather was nice, the laundry that I had just hung up dry was blown by a large gust of wind, causing the entire line to fall down. But she was watching me trying to pick up the laundry. He, in a panic, just stood there laughing. That attitude framed... Dude, she probably just didn't know any better. Just tell her what the fuck? Again, I'm not a parent. How the fuck am I the one? I think this same thing has happened countless times. Before I knew it, my child was only able to look at me with an indifferent expression on her face. Gee, I fucking wonder why, dumbass. I regret the fact that I had been a bad mother. Yeah, you should. You should not resort to that kind of shit. Alright? Thinking I should regain her trust, I thought to get it back by little with some light interactions. Seeing her do some sort of craft work in the veranda, I called out to her. Yep, it's Rika. It's Rika-chan. That child, with an indifferent look on her face I hated so much, looked up at me for a moment without a word and returned to amusing herself in her craft work. Up until now, I would have hit her on the head just for that. I held myself back.
何を作ってるの？お人形さん？てるてる坊主。
The child was using inserts from the newspaper to deftly make some weather charms. The forecast hadn't called for rain, but that child in her own way was praying that these sunny days would continue. Able to understand my own child for the first time in a while, I couldn't hide my own happiness. Bringing out a ball of yarn, I began to hang my child's cute weather charms from the eaves of the house.
ダメよリカ。頭が重すぎるから。ほら、逆さてるてる坊主になっちゃったわ。これじゃ晴れじゃなくて雨になっちゃうわよ。
When I started to take them down, my child tugged at the hem of my shirt as if to stop me.
逆さになるように作ったのだから、それでいいの。でもリカ、てるてる坊主が逆さじゃ晴れのおまじないにならないわよ。雨が降るようにおまじないをしているから、それでいいの。
I desperately suppressed the emotions welling from inside me, trying desperately to understand my child. Maybe she likes rain. Maybe she's one of those kids who likes playing out in the rain. Who fucking knows? There's nothing weird about that.
そっか。
Especially in like the more olden
お庭の
times.
朝顔が晴れ続きで元気がなくなっちゃったから、
I'm
雨
sorry.
が欲しいのね。
I'm sorry. I read the morning glories and my brain automatically thought of Yakuza. I'm sorry. The child turned to me with the expression that I hated the most.
晴れにね。飽きたの。
I don't understand. I don't understand. I just can't understand that child. Jesus Christ. And that was just Diary 1. There's still 2 more that we gotta read. During the family council, she buried herself under Oryu-san's futon again. Oh, this is the... Okay. Oryu dotes on her unwaveringly. I don't think I said that word right, but that's okay. No matter whatever insolence my child commits, she doesn't mind. It's although my child is a kitten or something. Oryu dotes on her exactly like you would do with a kitten. As her mother, I chided her from doing that. Until Oryu said 3 times that it was fine, I chided her as a formality. Of course, she never lends an ear to any of my chiding. Well, yeah, I wonder why. Knowing that Oryu's standing was far above mine, she behaves like that. I didn't like the cunning that's befitting of of her age either. In any case... Sorry, that was my dog. I swear to God. I swear to God. In any case, not only Oryu-san, but the rest of the old folk in the village spoil her too much. One day I was surprised. By chance, on the way back from doing shopping, I saw her by herself outside the candy shop. My own child suddenly grabbed a snack, opened the package right there, and then started eating it. She didn't even make an attempt to pay for it. She didn't even think of looking around. She didn't even feel she was shoplifting. More, she were blazingly eating snacks as if it was offered to her. I began to admonish my child. The elderly shop owner appeared and covered for her. The owner gave her a ridiculous excuse that he had said it was okay that a child can eat any of the snacks out by the entrance, so it's fine. When I tried to pay for the snacks that my child had eaten, the owner refused my money. During that exchange, more old folks suddenly had gathered around. It began to feel like I was the one in the wrong. The elderly people all put their hands together really in front of my child and repeatedly voiced their respects. Was I born into the Furude family? I was born into the Furude family, so it wasn't like I didn't know why she was being treated specially. When I was still young, it was something I heard often from my grandmother. If by chance a child that I'd given birth to was a girl, that child would be living as an incarnation of oh fuck my life. Oh fuck my life. All the older folk believed that she was a living incarnation of Oyashiro-sama and spoil her rotten. Not only did they spoil her, but they even told her she was the living incarnation of Oyashiro-sama. That she had divine power and threw all sorts of strange folk tales her way. She may have even begun to believe them herself, that she was a special existence. I ran around and told everybody that it wasn't good for her upbringing, so to stop telling her those strange things. But there was no uprooting the elderly people's deep-seated superstitions. I told my child not to listen to them, but it ended up being that she stopped listening to me. Between all the old folks in the village who would dote on her and myself who only scolded her, there was no wonder who she would listen to. There was no mistaking that the reason that she had become strange was because of the elderly villagers. There was no doubt that they had shoved her full of strange folk tales and superstitions since she was young. If it wasn't for that, there would be no doubt that my child would have been cute and normal. Okay, that one was a little shorter. Final diary. Let's go. One sunny parent-teacher day. There was a cooking class, and my child was making curry and rice with a practiced hand. While the other children her age were awkwardly using their kitchen knives, that child was wielding hers deftly. The teacher approached me with a smile on her face, saying it must be the result of learning from home. I managed to play it off with a vague smile and a nod in response. That was because I never once taught my child how to cook curry rice. Even then, she was peeling vegetables with a practiced hand, adding them into the pot in order of which took longer to cook. For a normal parent, they might unintentionally clap their hands together, happy for their child's actions. But in my case, it was different. There was no mistaking that someone had taught her how to make that curry rice when I wasn't even taking care of her. Thinking of that, I quietly fell into an unpleasant mood. When I was asked, it seemed that she would soon do the laundry. I had never taught her how to do those, and again, never saw her do it around the house. Be it cooking, sewing, or even the laundry. Again, that was probably because the elderly villagers taught her all sorts of rubbish when I wasn't looking. This motherfucking sucks. Can I say that? This motherfucking sucks. Like, don't get me wrong, I agree with her that, like, some people shouldn't be telling a child all sorts of crazy things, especially at a young age. But to be fair, some of the stuff she believes in isn't exactly all fucking grand and dandy either, so I can't really side with her. I really cannot. Not only that, but they probably taught her all sorts of strange superstitions, trying to prop her up as a living incarnation of Oyashiro-sama. Yeah, again, like I said, I don't think you should really be telling, like, kids this kind of crazy stuff. Now, if you're playing with, like, pretend and all that stuff, that's a different story. But these old people, they're, like, saying it as fact, you know? I said as much to my husband, suggesting that we should keep our child away from the elderly folk, but my husband, who was in the position of being head priest for the Fude Shrine, had very little power against the elderly who supported it. He took a rather uncommitted stance, and saying that as long as she was being doted upon, wasn't it not fine? I argued against that. That she was our child, and should be a completely normal girl. What is considered a normal girl to you, anyway? I mean, you get look, normal doesn't exist, especially not in the world of Higurashi. That what the elderly were expecting, that she was a living incarnation of Oyoshiro-sama, that was simply odd. The elderly villagers believe that child has divine powers. We would discuss the weather the following day, but there were many times when I left the house without an umbrella and came back soaking wet. Well, that's your own problem, bitch. Rather than having a... fuck my life. That was just secondhand knowledge from her watching all the news all the time. The things that she knew that she wouldn't have known was a result of people who were trying to fuck my life, and yeah, that people were doing things. However, there certainly were days when everybody thought that it was going to be sunny all day, and that child would stubbornly not go out without an umbrella. It would occasionally rain, and in the end, we would be saved. There might have been times where Rika knew of major accidents in the foreign countries faster than even the news did. I thought that she might have heard it break over the radio or something. Knowing things she shouldn't have, something like that, was in front of me right now, wasn't it? That child was making curry rice when there shouldn't have been anybody who taught her how to. No, that couldn't be the case. Somebody had to have taught her. When I wasn't taking care of her, someone had introduced Rika with something. Oh, cheer.
先生、花丸をあげちゃいます。ニパー。フルデさんはお料理を誰に習いましたか？やっぱりお家で？
Oh.
はい、お家なのですよ。
The other parents in attendance were impressed. Lies. All lies. I didn't teach her anything. Who was it? I mean, you know, maybe this is a stupid thing to say, but could the father not have taught her? I mean, probably not, knowing Higurashi's probably going to be something fucked up, but you'll never know. Why didn't you stop to think of that? Maybe your husband taught her. You never know. Did you not bother to fucking ask? Who was the person who had completely... She was my normal average daughter, not the living incarnation of Oyoshiro-sama. Alright, we have read all of the tips. So there's only 6 chapters. Really? Okay.
それは誰もが忘れそうなほど地方の小さな村の出来事。悲劇は幕を閉じ、その傷跡も消え去ろうとしていたある日、青年はかつて出会った少女に思いを馳せる。あの日聞けなかった言葉、あの日果たせなかった約束、その後悔と慟哭が閉じられたままだった運命を開く一つの光となった。暇つぶし。
暇つぶし。
運命は幸せだけじゃない。でも不幸を望む人なんて誰もいない。
Not entirely true, but I get the statement. 1985.
パパってば。
Miyuki.
Oh.
Wait, is that kid? Wait, is Miyuki a boy or girl name?
大丈夫？怖い夢でも見たの？
Miyuki was sitting next to me. I quickly... Okay, it's a female. It's a girl. It's girl. Little girl. Little girl. I quickly patted her head after hearing her say that. I must have had a bad dream while I was sleeping in the cabin. I was sweating profusely.
いや、なんでもない。ちょっと暑かったかな。
I tried to wipe away the sweat while answering and looked around for a handkerchief or a towel. Then a cold drop ran down my forehead. Miyuki turned to me and smiled and wiped my face with the towel that she received at takeoff. Okay, wait. If I remember, it was 1983. Was it 1983 that Rika said she was gonna die? I think that was the year she said, if I remember correctly.
ありがとう、ユキ。
Thanks to her, I was finally able to shake off my slumber, and I got up from the aisle seat and looked out the window. I wrapped my arms around Miyuki in the window seat and listened to the noise as the land and sea passed through before our eyes. And then, the plane gently turned before entering the airport runway. Arriving to the lobby, I glanced around looking for Oishi, and was met with a familiar gruff voice calling out to me. There's the man! Oishi, my boy! It's been a while, apparently. We just time skipped. You haven't changed a bit. That scares me.
何年ぶりでしょう。ご無沙汰しておりますね。
I missed your voice so much, Oishi.
大石さん、本当にお久しぶりです。
Oishi clapped his hand down on my shoulder, celebrating our reunion.
赤坂さんもだいぶいい顔つきになりましたね。最前線の捜査官らしいいい顔つきですよ。
大石さんはだいぶスマートになりましたね。背筋も良くなったような。これも社交ダンスのおかげですか。
赤坂さんもね、若いうちからダンスはやっておいた方がいいですよ。そしたらきっとモテます。
You'd be a hit with the ladies.
モテモテ。
Have you forgotten about Akasaka's wife? Mentioned a couple times, actually. Oishi had retired and moved to Sapporo. And of all things, he started taking ballroom dancing lessons. To each their own. He had apparently gotten really into it and decided to spend the rest of his new life devoted to that hobby. Again, to each their own. Who could complain? He was aiming to get his instructor qualifications before he hit 80 and live out his old age dandly. Wait, how old is Oishi? What? Never mind.
おやそちらがひょっとして
Oh, she's cute! Oishi suddenly turned his attention to Miyuki, who was standing idly next to me. He bent down on his knee to take a look at her face. However, my daughter was frightened and hid behind my
ほら、
back.
みゆき、ちゃんとご挨拶しなさい。
She was staring at Oishi with a devious expression while tugging the hem of my shirt. She's usually not this shy. Wonder what's wrong.
すみません。いつもはこうじゃないんですが。
いいんですよ。おじさん顔が怖いからな。よかったらお名前を聞いてもいいですか？
赤坂みゆき、7歳です。こんにちはです。
いいお返事です。さすがは赤坂さんの娘さんですよな。
Oishi gently stroked Miyuki's head and smiled, as though she were his own grandchild. After finally seeing that, Miyuki smiled in relief. Oh, well, that's good. Shortly afterwards, Miyuki told me that she was just doing what I had told her to do. Be careful around strangers. Oh. Hey, that's a good lesson. That's good. Better than that fucking mother. Oishi overheard that and let out a hearty wahahaha, shaking his body while laughing and walking. I let myself into Oishi's car and we headed out towards the hot spring inn. I originally had intended to crash at Oishi's place, but Oishi was quite, anyways, that his home wasn't quite suitable for that, so it came to this. At the inn, we relaxed while soaking in the hot springs, then ate a delicious feast until we were full. Miyuki had a little Mongolian barbecue and was delighted with it. After our bellies were swollen, Miyuki grew sleepy and went off to bed. Then Oishi and I reminisced about the time that we played mahjong together in Hinamizawa. It seemed that to celebrate our reunion, Oishi had looked for people who could play. But unable to find a suitable candidate, he had to give up on putting together a table. As we drank together, we excitedly recounted our exploits during the final manhunt.
結局あの犯人の2人は捕まったんですか？
いいえ。
Oh shit! Look at Oishi! Oh my god! Holmes, you looking good in that, man. Yo.
結局山狩りでも見つけられませんでした。多分村にかくまわれてから海外か遠方でほとぼりを冷ましてるんじゃないかと思いますね。
大石さんは確か犯人の銃の一丁を奪いましたよね。あれからは
海外の軍用拳銃でした。関西系の暴力団組織が大量に密輸したうちの一丁でしょうな。戦場痕を調べましたが他の事件とのつながりは何も出ませんでした。そっちでは？
私はあの後しばらく現場を離れましたのでよくは知りません。結局全部闇の中ってことで決着したようですがね。
Oishi smiled wearily as he sipped his chilled drink.
あの後は大変でしたね。今年で7年ですか。
ええ。先日7回忌の法要がありました。岐阜とも最近は疎遠でして準備でいろいろ苦労しました。
それはお疲れ様でした。
It was then that the hostess brought extra drinks that we had ordered before. When the bottles of beer clanked as she brought them in, we halted our conversation. What Oishi meant when he said it must be tough. Thinking about it was still hard, but time had healed that wound. Wait. It was the day after, when I phoned Oishi to apologize. Oh, okay, we're back to when we were in Hinamizawa. When I did, Oishi almost immediately handed the phone to one of my colleagues, who happened to be there. Not only was I injured in the brawl with the suspects, but I disappeared to drink late into the night without leaving any sort of contact information. So he probably thought I was... Oh, I read that as he probably thought I was dead. I didn't read that right. So I thought he would definitely be mad. However, he said that it was something that he couldn't talk about over the phone and that I had to come to the station as soon as possible. At the time, I could only think that he must have been really pissed off. But when I arrived to the station, he said this.
君の奥さんが事故に遭ったらしい。
Having no idea what happened, I borrowed the phone and contacted the hospital Yuki was staying at. After being given a runaround several times, I was finally able to talk to someone in charge, and after mincing words for quite some time... Oh, I spoke so soon. I spoke too soon. I spoke too soon. I spoke too soon. I spoke too fucking soon. The world became a blur as I sat there dumbfounded. Yuki's death was unbelievably abrupt and unbelievably sudden. I could have understood if it was some kind of problem during birth, but Yuki's death wasn't anything like that. On the stairs the way to the roof, she just happened to slip and fall. And she just happened to fall on an unfortunate place at an unfortunate angle. And that was it. wanting to blame Yuki's death on somebody. I began to think that it was an act of revenge by the Guardians, that they killed my wife to make it look like an accident. What I had learned when I flew back to Tokyo, however, was much more cruel than that. Yuki had a habit of going up to the roof to cool off in the evening. There was an elevator to the 7th floor, but from there you had to take the stairs to the roof. Even late in her pregnancy, when the evening came, she would always head up there. Her father had always said not to push herself, but Yuki insisted that until the time she had no choice but to stay in bed, she should be allowed to do as she wished. That's still kind of risky. However, I had never once seen Yuki go to the roof. I only heard that from her father and the nurses. That was because whenever I visit her, she would spend that time with me instead. I heard the reason why Yuki went up to the roof from the nurse was because she got friendly with. She said that her husband was away on business a lot of the time, and whenever he called, she was able to cheer him up and give him courage. But when he didn't call, she couldn't do that. Her husband might put on a show of bravado, but in reality, he grew lonesome pathetically fast. She was probably just the same. Whenever he left for business, not clear when he'd be back, she felt very lonely. Whenever she cheered him up, she was actually cheering herself up as well. And that's why whenever he went far away for an important job, on the evenings he didn't call, at the very least, she felt that standing underneath the same sky, her feelings would reach him. Aww. At that moment, I remember the words that girl had told me, that it was best that I go back to Tokyo right away. Otherwise, there would be something I'd regret horribly. Yes, that's it. Because I was away on the business day, Yuki had headed up to the roof. Had I known this would have been the result, I had done as this girl had said and dropped everything and headed back to Tokyo. I might have been with Yuki on the day she died. If I was with her, she wouldn't have gone up on the roof. The day my wife died was the evening of my 3rd day of the trip. Yes, it was right before the time I had a sudden urge to hear Yuki's voice and ran around the village trying to find a phone. The girl had gone around and cut all the phone cords. If she hadn't, and I had made that call, I would have undoubtedly learned of Yuki's death at that time and collapsed in tears. Of course, even though the cords were cut, it only had me learning off about Yuki's death by only one evening. In the end, I learned of it the next morning. However, when I managed to put my emotions in order, I realized that it was a small girl's token of consideration.
そんな話は初めて聞きました。
ええ、私も初めて話します。
偶然では超能力じゃあるまいし。
大石さんは教えてくれましたよね。あの子はお社様という神様の生まれ変わりではないかと言われてるって。
まあ村の年寄りどもはフルで理科に神通力があると信じてるようでしたがね。
神通力。
Oishi had originally said it as a kind of joke, but realizing that I was serious, he slumped his shoulders.
まあ嘘か本当か知りませんがね。未来のことを予言してみせたり、知らないはずのことを話してみせたり。千里眼だの、天の啓示だの。まあ、いろいろです。もちろん、具体的な実例は何一つありゃしないんですがね。
雪絵の事故を予言してみせました。
Oishi tried to laugh it off, but out of the respect of my deceased wife, he kept it restrained.
現職の警視庁の敏腕捜査官が神通力やらたたりやらを信じるわけで。
Having him say that so bluntly, I couldn't respond. Of course, I had no intention of believing such odd things, but he could only say that because he didn't know what I did. Since I met that other girl, who who was and wasn't Rika Furude. I couldn't deny the existence of any unworthy entity.
予知でなく予告の可能性ももちろん否定できません。
Not precedents, but a warning. What if that girl had said the warning about Yuki's accident? Then things became much easier to understand. Basically, the line of thinking became that it was a threat. Because I didn't go back to Tokyo, my wife was killed in a way that made it look like it was an accident.
奥さんの事故の検証に不備は？
もちろん謀殺の可能性も疑いました。現場検証の書類は全て目を通しましたし、私が独自に調査もしました。
There weren't any witnesses to Yuki's fall. There was a possibility that someone had been hidden, waiting to push Yuki down the stairs. However, the cleaning ladies frequented the roof to hang laundry, and the security cameras on each floor hadn't recorded anything out of the ordinary. There wasn't anything set up the stairs, so I was unable to find anything suspicious.
結局、独自の検証の結果でも、幸恵が単独で事故を起こしたとしか考えられませんでした。確かに、大臣の孫を誘拐して脅迫してのけた連中です。妊婦一人を階段から突き落として証拠を残さないなんてできないことじゃないのかもしれない。
奥さんは連中に殺された。
When Yuki died, I thought that as well. More precisely, I wanted to blame somebody, so I created this most viable scapegoat. But without clear evidence, that violent notion faded along with the wounds in my heart.
あの少女は私に妻の死を予告し脅迫したのか、それとも妻の死を予言し救う道を示したのか、そのどちらかなのだとしたら、私は後者ではないかと考えます。
Oishi smiled slightly in disbelief as he poured more beer in from his bottle.
じゃあいいですよ。赤坂さんの言う通り、古出理香は未来がわかる預言者だとします。なら、なぜあの大災害が予知できなかったんです？あんな恐ろしいガス災害が起こると知ってて、どうして黙っていたんです？
The gas eruption. Okay. The gas eruption that happened in Chapter 3 seems to have happened here too. So is Chapter 4 connected to Chapter 3? Granted, there were some things from Chapter 2 and Chapter 1 connected to Chapter 3 as well, but like, there were more of subtle things. They weren't like actually naming events that had happened, aside from some smaller things. But this is huge. So this is taking the assumption that everything that happened in Chapter 3 did happen, including the quote-unquote death of Satoko's uncle, but I still don't get how that fucking worked.
ほんの数時間前でもいい。もし村に知らされていたら、ほとんどの人は死なずに済んだかもしれないじゃないですか。
That's right. The Great Hinamizawa disaster and Morin list. Yeah, forgot about this. It was near the end of June 1983. Volcanic gases from the Anafukuchi swamp erupted and hit the village in the middle of the night. If I remember correctly, it was because Keiichi threw away the bike into the swamp. And that's kind of how it caused that. If I were to make a guess, I don't remember if that was what was said, but if we were to take a guess, that seems like the most logical thing to assume, right? It was an unprecedented disaster where the whole populace was wiped out and caused a wave of panic of volcanic gases across the country, causing people to overreact over any reports of odd smells. I haven't heard of the blockade in Hinamizawa area being lifted, so it should be cordon off.
それは
It was my turn to be lost for a response.
まあでも、 お社様の生まれ変わりである古出里香が殺されたので、村がお社様の怒りに触れて、それで沼から瘴気が湧き出して村を死滅させたんじゃないかって。そういう話が確かにひなみ沢系の生存した人間たちの間でまことしやかにささやかれてたのが事実ですね。
Okay, so let's take it like this, okay? Let's take it like this. So, if taking the assumption that everything in chapter 3 happened, right? Like that's all canon for chapter 4, then Rika's death happened. It happened a little, well, not even a little before. Well, because we don't know when she died. What we do know is when her body was discovered, it was a little before the volcanic gases started going about. But here's... Oh, fuck. That's confusing. That's confusing to think about. Why wouldn't she predict that? Did she not want to? Did she think it was a misstep because it would damage Hinamizawa and didn't think it was... No, That's interesting.
大石さん、失礼。今、殺されたとおっしゃいましたか？
ああ、まあ、赤坂さんになら話しても問題ないか。
When I saw the news about the gas disaster, I remembered that girl, and then I found her name in the list of victims. That's why at the time, I thought her own death that she had predicted was due to the gas. It was after I learned from the tablets of the series of mysterious deaths in Hinamizawa during the 5 years leading up to the disaster had been known as the Curse of Oyashiro-sama. And that string of mysterious deaths lined up exactly with what that girl had predicted. So I had always thought to ask Oishi about it, as he had been involved in the investigation. That's right. That was the reason for our reunion. But right now, Oishi had said, Rika Furude didn't die in the disaster, but was killed?
最後の年のたたりについて聞かせてもらっても。
私、退職したとはいえ、守秘義務がありますよ。
I can respect that.
中井さん、すみません。お冷やでちょっとグレードの高い地酒はありませんか？種類はお任せします。
いやいや、そういうつもりで言ったんじゃないんだけどな。
Oishi laughed loudly, not wholly unsatisfied, and stopped the hostess to tell her that a cheap booze was fine.
私も週刊誌で報道されている通りのところまでは知っています。でも大災害の年のたたりは全く知りません。
例の大災害のせいでひなみ沢地区全域が封鎖されちゃいましたからね。最後の年のたたりについてはほとんど捜査ができてないんですよ。何年か後に封鎖が解けたとしても村人のほとんどが死んでますし、数少ない生存者も親戚の元なんかに散って所在がほとんどわからないですからね。
Even then, some of the people from Hinamizawa, some of them couldn't take it, or some of them just died a little after the shit went down. I think some of them even committed suicide too, which is fucked.
完全に迷宮入りです。
Oishi seemed to postulate to himself as he stared at the ceiling, as if trying to work out a memory of the rusty cogs in his head. And then he said in a completely sober voice,
週刊誌なんかじゃ5年目のたたりが大災害だみたいな言い方をしてますけどね。本当の5年目のたたりはちゃんと綿流しの祭りの当日にあったんですよ。
The day of the Watanagashi festival? Oh wait, that can't be right. Didn't we see Rika at school after the Watanagashi festival? That was the case, right? So how did the curse happen on the day of the Watanagashi festival if we still saw Rika after those events? Assuming that Rika was the victim of the curse.
富武二郎っていう旅行写真家がいましてね。
Tomatake, my boy!
彼が犠牲に。
Fuck me. Why is it always him? He does nothing wrong. He's just a funny, cool camera boy. Why is he gotta... Bro. Wishy gestured about the victim, tore out his own throat with it. Yep, we know of this.
で、その富武氏の恋仲の女性が山中で焼死体に。
Wait. Now these are taking the... Oh, shit. Fucking hell. This is... Yeah, what was her name?
お隣の県警さんがあんまり協力的じゃなかったもんで、こっちはあまりよく状況を知らないんですがね。
What was her name? What was her fucking name? I know who it is, I just don't remember her name. Blonde bitch who really loved learning about the Hanabaguchi shit.
一夜にして犠牲者が2人も。
2人どころじゃ済まないんですよ。その翌日になんですがね、私の後輩の熊谷君が捜査中に車両ごと蒸発しましてね。
Oh, what? There was 3? Kamagi was the younger detective that was going to be partnered with Oishi after we first met.
富武氏の事件捜査のために村に聞き込みなんかに回ってたんですよ。何かの事件に巻き込まれたのかもしれない。私と一緒だったなら無事だったかもしれないと思うと今でも悔しいですよ。あの日どういうわけか私お腹をひどく壊しましてね、外回りは遠慮しちゃってたんですよ。
事件の真相に近づきすぎて消された
と思ってます。熊ちゃんは善と有望な若者だったけどまだ現場経験が不足してた。トラブル慣れしてなかったんです。
I forgot that some of those who are the most threatening to Hinamizawa are the ones who know too much. Even if it's just a sliver of knowledge, enough of that is enough to make you an enemy. Wish he landed on the fact that he wasn't with his subordinate that day.
で、さらに翌日ですね。なあ、彼のことは赤坂さんもご存知ですよね。ほら、入江先生です。
Oh, fuck me.
覚えてます？
ああ、あの病院の若い先生ですね。
If I remember correctly.
ぼんやりと覚えてます。
彼ですね。どういうわけか睡眠
Oh,
薬で
don't
自殺しまし
remind
た。
me.
遺書の類はなし。司法解剖の結果でも睡眠薬によるものと断定されました。動機以外に不審な点はなし。
睡眠薬での死に見せかけるのはそんなに難しくないんじゃないですか。他殺の可能性は。
独身で離婚歴もなし。特定の女性と付き合っていたという話もなし。少年野球チームの監督を務め、村人との親交もあり、誰からも好かれる人物。
Yeah, really, like, Irie, or Coach, as we called him a lot before, he was just an overall likable guy. There wasn't really anything to dislike about him. He's had some weird moments, granted, but he was overall a good dude.
敵が見当たりませんね。
Well, technically at one point, Keiichi did want Harm to go to Irie, so I don't think he's the reason for the death, of course, but, you know.
まあそれを調べるにも、もうあの大災害でめちゃくちゃになっちゃいましたからね。今となっては彼の身辺を調べようもありませんが。
This is crazy, though. Shit.
それでフルで理科の死は。
その当日です。昼頃に神社に訪れた村の老人たちがフルで理科の死体を発見しました。
他殺。
ああ、話す前にそのイカそうめん。
Oh, you're not gonna describe. Oh, you.
無体な死に方。
Was she nodded firmly?
死体は神社の境内。
No, don't show me again. Don't. I don't want to see it. No. 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 I don't want to see it.
もっとも閉めたのは他の場所でしょうね。全裸で裸足。 足の裏は汚れてませんでしたから。
愉快犯の犯行。
司法解剖の結果、そういった痕跡は認められませんでした。分かったのは、薬物で昏睡させられてからあの場所へ運ばれ、意図的に臓器を引きずり出して四方に散らしてみせました。
昏睡では回復は死後ではなく。
Don't show me.
なんて。
That girl's prediction was right on the mark. I'm pretty sure she was more detailed about the other deaths that led up to her own. For example, I think she said that the housewife would be beaten to death on the 4th year with her head split open. Then in that case, did she know that her own death would be so horrible? There must have been some moments where she wanted to doubt the validity of her own predictions. Or validity, that's the right word, right? I don't know, doesn't fucking matter. But as people died exactly as prophesied, and after years passed, that prophecy would only come closer to fruition. God damn it. I'm sorry. And then, facing the final year, unable to struggle with her own destiny, her all too young life was snuffed out. And in such a cruel way at that. Knowing that her days were numbered and unable to fight the tide of events hurtling her end, my heart ached at her helplessness.
この死に方ですが、どうも単なる猟奇趣味ってわけじゃないみたいなんです。と言いますのはですね、ひなみ沢はかつて鬼が住んでたって話は以前もしましたよね。
そんな話も聞きましたっけ。
ひなみ沢村のお祭りの綿流しってのはそもそも綿流し、つまり臓物流しから転じたものらしいんです。なんでも人食い鬼たちが犠牲者をばらして内臓を川に捨てたというところから転じたらしいんですよ。
つまりひなみ沢村においては内臓を引きずり出すことに宗教的な意味があったと。
で、ひなみ沢村の昔話によるとですね、人食い鬼と人間が仲良く暮らすための調停者としてお社様という神様が降臨しているってことになってるらしい。
確か古出理香はそのお社様の生まれ変わりだと言われてるんでしたね。
ねえ。ですからその荒人神である古出理香を回復して殺すのは村の信仰に対するこれ以上ない冒涜行為と言えるわけです。
信仰への冒涜、それはつまりお社様への冒涜ということですね。
あとは赤坂さんも知っての通りです。お社様のたたりが起こるのはその晩のことです。
ひなみ沢大災害。
The official explanation was that the swamp upstream erupted with toxic volcanic gas that enveloped the village.
発生した沼は鬼ヶ淵沼と言いまして、ひなみ沢村の旧名鬼ヶ淵村の名前の源となった沼です。村の言い伝えではこの沼の奥底は地獄につながっているそうで、かつて村にやってきた人食い鬼たちはこの沼から訪れたのだとか。
できすぎですね。
いやいやいや、まだまだできすぎてますよ。村には伝承がありまして、お社様がお怒りになられると地獄の釜が開いて正気があふれ出すなんて言うんですよ。
村人にとって地獄というのは沼の底のこと。つまりそこから正気があふれ出して村を襲うということ。
そう。つまり古出理香子とお社様の生まれ変わりが冒涜される殺され方をしたので、お社様がお怒りになってたたりとしてあの大災害を起こした。
That is so coincidental. No. It's gotta be because of the fucking bike that we threw in the fucking... Okay.
そういう話がまかり通っちゃってるんですよ。
つまりあの大災害は人為的なもの。
確かに話ができすぎ
Too
てますか
well
ら
is the right
ね。
fucking thing to say. It fits in too fucking well.
お社様のたたりが実在せず、本当の偶発的事故でもないってんなら、そう疑いたくもなりますよね。
A wry smile formed on Oishi's face as he listened to my absurd take on things. He wore an expression as though, even if it were absurd, there was time that he once thought the same thing as well.
村の侵攻をめぐって狂信的な一派があったと仮定し、彼らがお社様のお怒りがあるような状況を作り出し、大災害を実行してみせた。
もちろん私は笑いませんよ。私も一度ならずともそう考えたことはあります。ですがひなみ沢村がいかに小さい村とはいえ、人口は1000人以上。
Yeah, which is still a lot of people.
それを一夜にして抹殺するなんて、どう考えても現実的じゃないです。
The gas eruption was believed to have happened around 2 a.m., several hours before dawn. In that short amount of time, going around and killing all the villagers in a way that made it seem like poison gas didn't seem feasible at all.
ガスの発生した沼もまた宗教的な意味がありましたよね。だとしたら沼に何か仕掛けがあって、神の裁きをいつでも再現できるような何かがあったとか。
自衛隊の発表では沼が発生源だということになってますよね。調査チームとかが詳しく調べた上での発表ですからね。そんな仕掛けがあったら見つけてると思いますけどね。
沼そのものに仕掛けがあるとは限りませんよ。ほら、聞いたことありませんか？遠くの泉の水が枯れたら村の泉も枯れたなんて昔話。
何ですかそりゃ。
水源ってのは地下水脈等でつながっていることが多いんです。沼や泉はそれが地上に露出した部分に過ぎません。
つまり赤坂さんが言いたいのは、鬼ヶ淵沼とつながった別の沼か泉があって、
Not a bad theory.
それに何らかの仕掛けをすると、鬼ヶ淵沼の圧力とか水圧とかそういうものがいろいろ変わって毒ガスが噴出する仕掛けを大昔の村人がこさえていたと、そういう話ですよね。
Oishi laughed heartily, commending that the fact that youngins have a nice flexible way of thinking. That was the former detective in him. Even though it was a hypothesis that he didn't come up with, he still had the presence of mind not to dismiss it right away.
面白い話です。それが立証できたら、日本の犯罪史始まって以来の空前規模の大量殺人ってことになりますよ。
ひなみ沢村の封鎖が解除されたらぜひ調べるべきだと思います。大石様、県警にはまだ影響力は？
そこそこには。柔道部の名誉顧問ですからね。今でも夏の合宿やなんかにはちょくちょく出かけてます。
ひなみ沢村の封鎖解除がいつになるか分かりませんが、ぜひ調べさせてください。
わかりました。
大石さんはこのひなみ沢村連続開始事件、通称お社様のたたりをどう捉えていますか？
Now that I think about it, we've never really asked him much about this. Not even in previous chapters.
当時の署内は村人の圧力でぎゅうぎゅうでしてね。連続事件は存在しないというのが当時の公式見解でした。事件は個々でまたそれぞれに解決していると。
バカな。村の侵攻に基づいた連続事件であることは明白なのに。
赤坂さん、そりゃ5年も続いて派手な最後があった今だから言えることですよ。あの当時は偶然の事件が偶然にも綿流しの日に起こる。今年は起きないといいななんて感じだったんです。
偶然なものか。少女は初めから全て予言していた。
少女？
フルで理科です。あの子は私にその後の事件を全て予告してみせました。
赤坂さん、そりゃ本当ですか？
はい、あの子は言ったんです。翌年ダムの現場監督が殺され、死体をバラバラにされると。のみにとどまらず、その後に続く連続事件を全て。
赤坂さんがその話を聞いたのは昭和の何年の話ですか？
私が少女と出会ったのは誘拐事件調査の折ですから。
バラバラ殺人の前年に？
Wrinkles formed between Oishi's eyebrows, and he closed his eyes and began to just digest what I had just told him.
赤坂さん、フルで理科が神通力で未来が分かったなんて話がなしだとするなら、これはとんでもない話ですよ。
はい。
今さら私を驚かせるための作り話だなんて言ったら本気で怒りますよ。
私は真実を話しています。連続開始事件は発生の前年にはもうすべてシナリオが用意されていた。そしてその予告の通り、フルでリカは殺されました。私ははじめ大災害による死を指したものと思っていた。でも彼女の死は災害ではなく殺人者の手による残忍なものであることが分かりました。彼女は殺されると言った。彼女は自分の死を具体的にあの時点で知っていたんです。
ならフルでリカはどうして逃げ出さなかったんですかね？
That's a good question. If she hypothetically knew exactly how she was gonna die or whatever, why didn't she try to fight it?
仮にそういった死のシナリオがすでに出来上がっていたとして、彼女はそれを知りかつ数年という猶予期間があったわけですよね。逃げ出すなり警察に相談するなりの時間はあったはずです。なぜ抗わずに自らの死を受け入れたんです？
わかりません。
フルでリカは村の年寄り連中に可愛がられてはいましたがね。両親を失った後は親類もゼロで身寄りはなく、親しい友人と肩を寄せ合うだけの孤独な生活でしたからね。戦う力も頼れる人間も身近にはいなかったのかもしれません。
彼女は自分の死に対して誰かに SOS を発しはしなかったんでしょうか？
村と警察が穏便な関係じゃなかったのは赤坂さんも知られるところだと思います。少なくとも私の耳にはフルでリカが自身の身柄の保護を求めてきたという情報はありません。あるいは自身が宗教的な生贄にされることに対しそういうものがあったのかもしれませんね。
そんなはずはない。
I spoke to the fuck at the time she said it. She had definitely said that she wanted to live happily. That she wanted to spend her time surrounded by her dear friends. She hadn't given up on life. She had hoped to keep on living. At that moment, I became dumbstruck.
どうしました？赤坂さん。
いえ。
I fell into silence. Oishi folded his arms and began murmuring in contemplation again. Eventually, he stood up and headed towards the hallway to find the hostess, yelling that he wanted a pen and paper. When Oishi noisily, even though he was just thinking, left, the room immediately fell into a chilled silence. I stood up, and when I realized that I was drunk enough to be unsteady on my own feet, when I slid open the window, a beautiful yet somehow more fucking words moon. There's the moon. It was just now that I realized she hadn't accepted her own death. She wanted to keep living, happily and joyously. She had said that quite clearly to me. But I was a fool. I hadn't asked explicitly, so I hadn't realized it. She made it clear as the day that she didn't want to die. Wasn't that her cry for help? She didn't say as much that she wanted help, but given that, it wasn't as though she wasn't looking for salvation. Without any family and unable to trust the police, she instead told somebody without any relation to the village, somebody from a faraway place, me, help me. She had gone around and cut the phone cords. If I had made that call and learned about Yuki's death, I probably would have fallen into despair. If I was in that state, even when she was looking for help, her cries would have fallen on deaf ears. That's why, knowing everything, she had cut the phone cords. She wanted even a little time to seek help from me. Oishi, just before now, had laminated on one of the younger officers gotten mixed up in a case and having been erased because he wasn't there. I was feeling the same way. If only I was there in June of 1983. I could have protected her. In 1983, it would have been 5 years since the kidnapping took place. While raising the only daughter Yuki had left me, putting all my youth and passion into my work, honing my wits and courage, wrestling with difficult cases. Nothing like my failings during the kidnapping incident would have occurred. I wouldn't have been slow to react on a one-on-one fight. And at my point, I had jumped into foreign mafia-run gambling parlors where I had learned to deal with automatic weapons, let alone handguns. I had grown so much that in 1983, I couldn't have been even compared to how I was in 1978. That's why, if I was by her side, I should have been able to save her life. No matter what conspiracy or foul plots drew near, I definitely would have protected her. She, even though sounding resigned, should have still been able to ask me for help. I just didn't realize it. I couldn't realize it. Just as I wouldn't have realized it if I was told of Yuki's accident, I wouldn't be able to realize it. I wanted to cry. If I had taken her words to heart, I would have prevented Yuki's accident. And I would have been able to protect the girl who I'm owed a death from even a predetermined death. She must have been expecting that from me. I learned about the disaster while watching television at my house. Until I learned about that, I had forgotten all about Hinamizawa. In order to recover from the shock of Yuki's death, I tried to remove everything about that place from my memory. What an ungrateful fool I was. Even though in exchange for saving her, the girl who had told me the way to save Yuki, I was unable to accept her gratitude, and now here we are. She hadn't died in her sleep due to a natural disaster. She was split open while still alive, killed while suffering the disgrace of having her organs torn out. She must have known beforehand, on that day, on that year, that she would have been killed in such a terrifying way. But even knowing what end awaited her, she was all too weak. A lone girl without anyone to rely on, unable to seek help, had to swallow her own predetermined death. What the fuck? Bro. She said she wanted to live. She said she wanted to live happily. That's all she wanted. She didn't ask for anything extravagant. For any person that was born, it was the most basis of desires. She had never said a peep about wanting any money, or that she wished that she was anybody else in their situation or anything. She had said it. As if all the deaths were preordained, then hers was probably also all according to plan. She might have been a lone, frail girl, but I don't think she would have accepted it all without at least putting up a fight. There must have been, in some small way, some form of resistance that she mustered. And with all that she could muster, seeking my help was part of that. I howled, stomped the floor. Why did I become a police officer in the first place? How could I call myself an officer if I couldn't save a single girl from a misfortune that was awaiting her? Was it because there was so much going on at the time that I couldn't process the fact that she was asking for help? Yeah, that's right. I was still green. If I was in that situation now, I would have definitely been able to help her. But it was clearly all over. And even if I wanted to settle the regrets she left behind, Hinamazawa, as a dangerous area, was still quarantined. Most of the people involved were already dead, with the few that did remain spread around the country, unable to be traced. The stage of the tragedy was still off limits as well. The police investigation was put on hold, and the case slowly buried in the sands of time. Just like how I wouldn't be able to have known unless Oishi ever asked me about it.
赤坂さん、大丈夫ですか？
At some point, Oishi had returned with a notebook in hand. Until I saw the expression on Oishi's face, I didn't realize I was in tears.
私は気づけなかった。少女の助けに気づけなかった。
赤坂さん、落ち着いてください。
でももう全部遅いんです。少女は殺された。こんなにも無残な殺され方で私は頼られたのに救えなかった。救えなかった。
村人と良好な関係を築かなかった私にも責任があるかもしれません。フルでリカが私にそれを打ち明けてくれたなら、私だって救いの手を差し伸べられたかもしれない。彼女が打ち明けに足る信頼を築けなかった。後悔しています。
When Oishi said the word trust, it weighed on me even more. Yes, she had given me her trust. She trusted me, meaning that she thought that I would have been able to ward off the fate of her foreseen death. She believed in that. I cried, fell to my hands and knees, and began to bawl. Eventually, Oishi spoke quietly.
赤坂さん、悔しいですか？
悔しいです。
ならば、フルでリカの仇を取るに値する方法が一つだけあります。
そんな方法があるんですか？
Oishi showed me the pen and notebook.
フルでリカの死を悼むためにも、せめて私たちで真相。そうです。フルでリカだけじゃない。大勢が死にました。彼らの無念は計り知れません。でも彼らの死はあの大災害でうやむやにされ、今は捜査すらされることなく、忘却の彼方に大勢死んだ。おやっさんも殺された。クマちゃんも消された。みんな犠牲にあった。なのに警察は捜査もできないでいる。誰に無念が晴らせるのか。私たちだけなんですよ。
My man.
赤坂さん。
私たち
に明かせますよ。連続開始事件の全ての現場を踏み、村の裏事情に精通する私と、連続開始事件の前年にフルでリカから重要な真実を明かされたあなたとなら。
でももう死んでしまったんですよ。
そうです。フルでリカは死にました。あなたが青2歳だったから救えなかった。
Oishi grabbed me, who was in a wreck, and lifted me firmly by the lapels.
だからその償いとして真相を究明するんです。私たちで。あなたの話が事実なら 全ての事件は計画ということになる。そうならば調べ方は全然変わってくるんですからね。私は今夜をかけてあなたと私の持つ全ての情報をノートにまとめ、明日の朝一番で元の部下たちと連絡を取るつもりです。あの事件を終わらせるものか、絶対に暴いてやるんです。
暴く暴く。
ねえ、あれから数年が経過しましたが時効ではない。捜査は中断であっても終了ではない。まだ続いているんです。続けさせるんです。私たちがです。
ええええ、やりましょう大石さん。このまま終わらせたりなんかしない。絶対私たちがこの真相を暴いてみせるんです。絶対に。
I demonstrated my resolve to Oishi by crying out those words. Oops, wrong button. And just then,
パパ
the sliding doors behind me opened and Ryuki revealed herself, who was simply rubbing her eyes. My shouting must have woken her. Then she rushed over to me.
どうしたのパパ。パパ泣いてるの？
ああ、なんでもない。なんでもないよみゆき。
I tried hard to smile while wiping away my tears, and though Miyuki looked like she was about to cry herself, she extended her little hand to me.
大丈夫？また怖い夢を見たの？泣かないでパパ。
When she makes that gesture towards me, I saw a figure of another girl overlapping with her, and her innocent gaze and innocent expression felt frustratingly nostalgic, filling me with painful torment. The girl who couldn't be here because I couldn't reach out to her. She borrowed my daughter's body to offer me words of comfort.
赤坂、泣かないでくださいなのです。
It might be a hallucination. Maybe a convenient illusion formed by my own selfish dreams. However, that was her voice. I'm certain I heard it. Rather than blaming myself for my mistake, she was compassionate.
泣くものか。泣くよりもまず私にはやるべきことがある。みゆき、パパはね、お前が生まれる前にひなみ沢ってところだ天使みたいな女の子に会ったんだ。
天使？本当に？
ああ、可愛くて優しくて、みゆきにも会わせてあげたかったな。
Right. That's already an impossible wish. The future's already gone.
じゃあみゆき、その子とお友達になりたい。楽しみだな。今度みゆきも連れて行ってね。ひなみ沢に。
Even so, there's still something I can do.
ああ、そうだね。いつか一緒に会いに行こう。必ず。
Someday, I'm sure, we will see her again. That summer, the Higurashi cried in Hinamizawa. Oishi and I vowed to bring the truth of the case to light and stood up. Everything ended in 1985. I, at least wanting to apologize, had searched for her grave. After the state autopsy, her remains were entrusted to one of the shrine's followers. In the future, when the quarantine on Hinamizawa was lifted, they would be returned to her family grave. However, unsure of who exactly took the remains of Rika Furude, until today, I couldn't even apologize to her. In the future, when the quarantine of Hinamizawa is lifted, all I could do then was wait until whoever that person is returned to her grave. What I could do right now was not apologize to her. Instead, I was able to meet her again. Or till I was able to meet her again, I would reveal the truth and dispel her regrets. Even now, sporadic eruptions of gas in the Hinamizawa area meant that the prospect of the quarantine being lifted wasn't happening anytime soon. Most likely, it seemed that she had no intention of meeting me again until I found the truth. That's why the quarantine wouldn't be lifted, or so I thought, until the day I grasped the truth. It was the following year. Oishi and I co-authored a book on the string of mysterious deaths leading up to the great Hinamizawa disaster. I decided on the title, Higurashi When They Cry. Bro! That was because the few days I was in Hinamizawa, the sound that I remember the most was the cry of the Higurashi. I could only wish that based on this book, the people involved with that incident could refresh their memories and bring light a new truth. And more importantly, nothing like this ever happens again. I wrote this in afterward.
この惨劇がどうして起こされたのか、私たちだけでは真相に至ることが叶いません。どうかこれを読んだあなた、真相を解き明かしてください。
That's what Kate...
それだけが私たちの願いです。
That's what Keiichi wanted too. This year, the quarantine on Hinamizawa still hasn't lifted. Bro! Bro! Bro... Bro. Bro, you a bitch. You a bitch. Bro. It actually ended like that. Bro. Bro, Whoa. Whoa. I don't know how to feel about that one, Chief. Oh my fucking god. I'm emotionally destroyed. I am emotionally destroyed. Oh, fuck. Holy fucking shit, bro. I need to, like, stop real quick and, like, just... This was a good-ass chapter. I didn't realize I was that close to the end when I left off, but I mean, hey, here we are now, am I right? God. I'll definitely have to start chapter 5 as soon as I can. I don't know if Akasaka's story will be picked up from there, or if we'll go back to Keiichi and Co., but regardless, I want to know more of what the fuck's about to go down. That shit crazy. That shit crazy. Alright. I'm not going to read the after party thing because that's so long. I'll just read it on my own time. Like, that shit is actually super long. I just realized that shit's here. The fuck? The fuck? Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Bye bye. I didn't realize I was still there. That's my bad. Shit. Shit, huh? Alright. Well, I don't know how to feel. Let me check something real quick. I want to see if... Okay. there's still some time that I want to have for the stream. So let me quickly repay my Final Fantasy sub, because that just ran out recently. I'll repay that, and then we'll play a bit of Final Fantasy before we end stream and shit. Just so that way we got something fun to do. That, and I was meaning to do some stuff in Final Fantasy anyway. I still need to do the book thing. So that way I could, because I was originally doing it so I can level up Paladin, because Paladin has been fucking fun for 6.3. So that's been grand, honestly. Oops. Fucking dog barking, bruh. Alright, here we go. I think there's also... I could be wrong. I think there's an event going on in Final Fantasy at the moment, but I could be wrong. I wouldn't say quote me on it because I don't fucking know. Okay, let me also just cancel the automatic renewal because I'm the kind of person who forgets about that shit, and I do not want to get paid twice for this sort of shit. Here. All right. And then change, oops, Final Fantasy 14 Online. Blip. All right. And let me just launch the game and do all that stuff. Damn, just a lot of shit I need to do for that. I'm not going to get over that. Oh, I hope I didn't fuck that up. Nope, I didn't. Okay. Oh, right, the FanFest thing. Shit. Fucking lit. Swear to God, give me my cover on Closing the Distance. Making me cry. Making me cry. Alright. Where's the chat block thing? It is not updated at all, but that's fine. I don't care. Whoa. That's how long I've been subscribed for. Jesus Christ. Jesus fucking Christ. 690 days I've been subscribed to Final Fantasy 14. Twitter has been fucking up recently. I don't know what it is. All right. Change that up. I think if I remember correctly, I was doing the Hildebrand quests. Because I was trying to get to getting the Endwalker relics. Which I don't have to do that this stream. I kind of like doing it on my own time, personally. So I don't have to do that immediately or anything like that. I think partially what I want to do is I want to edit my HUD to feel a little more, I don't know how to explain it. It's like, I'm just going to move some things around, essentially. Okay, I think what we're going to start off by doing is we're going to move Party and Alliance raids up. I'm going to move this right here because I want to later do something with that hotbar for if I'm playing healer just to make shit easier on myself. But that's turned off for now because I can't fucking play healer, so it's not a smart idea. That being said, I want to move the scenario guide. Oh, okay. I was going to say, huh? Move the scenario guide down like here, just about. Just kind of there. And I'll move the New Game Plus guide here too. Even though I don't do New Game Plus, I'd rather them be close to each other. I'm gonna put the experience bar up here. We're doing a bit of renovating, if you will. We're words. We're doing words. Oh God, what am I gonna do? Okay, enemy list. That's like fucked. So I was watching a video on YouTube, right? That was like showing like how I can have my shit. Oh, wait, what the hell? Hold up. Okay, I thought I saw them putting their shit somewhere crazy. I could put the target bar. I could put the target bar lower. So I could like. I don't need the cross hotbar. It doesn't really matter where this goes because I don't play with controller anymore. So that's kind of pointless. I'll move these kind of. This is the start of our stream. We're fucking around with the HUD. Oh, I just realized. Oh, if I'm gonna change this up, oh, the classes I have to sort out. Damn it. The classes I'll have to sort out. Oh, fuck. We'll keep limit break. Okay, we're just gonna move some of these around for a bit, just so that way we can do some reorganizing and whatnot. Because I want to have my hotbars like down here, kind of like this, right? Not like perfect in the center, but getting it like kind of close, right? Which will be all fine and dandy. Maybe I like want to move it a bit. I don't know. I've been meaning to change up like my ship for the longest time, so if anything, this is long overdue. I've mainly had my old HUD layout like inspired by like Shenpai's HUD layout when I started watching her play Final Fantasy XIV when I was just getting into it. So I have a lot of inspiration from that, if you will. Limit. Where do I want the limit to be? Where do I want limit break? You know, I could just set like the other stuff like down here, right? Like that doesn't. It doesn't have to be like. Hey, we're crazy, but like have it similarly. Oh fuck my life. This is gonna be hard. Oh wait, what if I like move this far here and then had? No, that's not gonna fucking work. What's the size? What do I have the size for limit break? 100%? Jesus. Set that there. It's just a lot of things I need to do. Because I think I used to have limit. Oh god. I could just set limit break up here. That's fine. That's where limit break originally was anyway, if I recall correctly. Either that or like somewhere up there. Minimap, I kind of want to bring that down here. Honest to God. Or actually bring it right here. Because I'm gonna move my class hotbar somewhere else anyway. So I could have the minimap right there. The completely readable minimap, by the way. Everyone could read that. If you can't, there's something going on. Oh wait, yeah, status other. Yeah, I'll keep those together for right now. I'll move hotbar 4, just I can move the duty list like higher up here now. Which I think is good. Just get that there. Move crosshair, hotbar 4 there because I'm not using that. I don't want to do that to that yet. Yeah, this is fun. Shit. What do I kind of want? Do I want to keep those down there or do I want to move them to the side? Okay, let me just see what they'll look like if they're just like to the side, right? Wait, what if I decrease the size of limit break? So like, what if I were to do, what's 60% look like? Oh, that's not even small enough, and that's like, I don't even want to imagine how small that'll be for that, so no, we'll move that back. Move that back. Fuck. Okay. We could put the main menu shit here. Like fucking... Okay. And, fucking hell. I think what I'll do... Because main scenarios and that's just right there. Alliance and all that's set like that. I could actually move this a little bit down, because I thought I had to like move it completely up if I was moving that shit. Yeah. And then move hotbar 10 a little down when I do decide to get using it in the future. But as of now, I'm not using it for anything. Do I want to change how the class hotbars look? That's the real question. Because I could keep them down there, keep... Because I don't really touch the main menu often, honestly. Unless I really can't find shit. Or if I'm trying to like describe something to someone and like, I don't know. I could probably keep the powder gauge right there. Fuck. Let's try changing the size. What is the original size? 60. Damn, I put it on the lowest? Damn. Oh, 10's too big. I think I had... They're at 80, right? Yeah, they're at 80. So I could just do like 80 for both of these, right? And kind of like set them to the side here. That could work. Oh, but I also moved the main menu, so it's like, To be fair, that part of the HUD's not too important anyway. So I can move inventory grid down here. Move the guild count. I think I'll keep everything else for the most part where it was, at least on this side. Not that you could really see it, but like kind of like that. To be fair, I used to have my class hotbars to the far right anyway before, so that's fine by me. And limit breaks top right or top left. Yeah, I know directions. Target bar is like, I saw someone do it in like a video where the target bar was like kind of like this, but that also kind of goes over the progress bar. I could try to make it smaller. We'll fuck around with it and figure it out. Set the target bar right there, and we'll have enemy list. Here's what we'll do. We'll move it like... Because if I remember, enemy list, that goes up to fucking, what's the max amount of entities that shows up on the enemy list? I generally don't remember. I can have like focus bar right there. We can fuck around with that. Now, status info like enhancements and shit. This is fucking going great. Okay, hang on. We won't fuck with that for right now. Let's just save what we got here and just take a look at everything. Which, honestly, it's not bad. I personally like it, at least. It's kind of like less jarring on me. Let me also activate Iron Will, so that's where... Alright, target, and then... Yeah, so that'll be down there. I feel like if everything's like kind of down here, I can easily like see, so I don't have to like jolt back and forth with my eyes. Because I used to have like a bunch of fucking places to look, but now here's like everything's kind of like down there and whatnot, so it's like a little easier for me to see everything all in one little spot too. I'll have to fucking think on the buffs and debuffs. The status info shit, I really don't care where that goes, honest to God. Because I really don't have shit to do it. I could shrink them a bit. What's their size? Damn! Alright, 10... Or sorry, 100. Oh, I just had all of them big. Why? Okay. Well, hey, this could actually make things a little easier for me to, like... Oh, but that's also kind of out of the way, isn't it? It's kind of out of the way. I mean, it could still work. But it's kind of like... It's kind of like, you know... I don't know. Yeah, it's just so fucking small down there. It's... I'll have to find another place to put it. Okay, I guess for reference, I'll just target someone and whatever. I'll just target that person. And then, well, that helps. Thanks, game. HUD layout. Just so that way I can also have, like, a visual representation of what I'm doing. That was chat's too fucking... Chat's too fucking big. Damn. I could have focus... No, that's gonna be stupid. Go. Unless I started moving some stuff a little more to the side. Which I feel would require a lot of fucking shit for me to deal with. In its own fucking right. You know what? This might be fine, actually. I don't think I'll have a big deal with it. I can still see everything down there. What if I were to switch to another class that has, like, different shit? Like, for example, Paladin. Right, because I gotta move that now. Damn, Oath Gauge is fucking huge. I didn't take that into account. What if I fucking... Okay, that won't go over... Well, that'll just only go over the other buffs. Now that I think about it, it doesn't really go over the enhancements, so I could just move that fucking elsewhere. I'll just move that right here. I don't know. Fuck. Alright, now I gotta switch to every other class I have and move this through and through. Oh boy. Alright. Now Warrior luckily only has one HUD element, which saves me the fucking trouble. Let me see what it looks like too. Nice. Beautiful. Reaper. I fucking lost track as to where I was. Alright. Reaper set. Shinobi, aka Ninja. Don't ask why I labeled it Shinobi. I just wanted to give my classes cool names. Because if the Silence can have cool names for some of their classes, why can't I? Come on. Alright, Dragoon. Dragon Edge is the lamest fucking name I could come for it, but hell ever. Unable to use instant portrait? Wait, why? Why didn't it? He didn't even say why. It was just like, we fucked up. Like, bro. Okay, Machinist. Again, that only has one HUD element, so that's fine. Sage, fuck my life, they have two. Save. And then we have Astro. If I'm gonna play any healer, I'm probably gonna play either Sage or Astro. Honestly, maybe not so much. Not so much Scholar. I'd like to play Scholar, but I don't think I can, because I'm kind of just ass at video games. My red mage. My favorite fucking magic DPS. Oh yeah, I went in as a summoner for fucking Eden Ramu, and I totally didn't kill everybody. I killed everybody. This doesn't mean much, since I am never going to play Dancer. I only really have it to have funny glams. Blue Mage just doesn't really matter, I realize. Hell yeah. We're all set in stone. We're all good. I think the HUD looks pretty good now, at least in my opinion. Everything's just a little more visible for me, I guess, but we won't really know unless we actually like kind of test it out. So what better way to test? Let's see what we got to do for the book. I got to do a lot of stuff before it ends on the 28th. I got just a couple of days. Technically, I don't even have like a couple. I have 3 days technically because this day is almost done. Well, granted, there's also that, but still. I'm not gonna do any fucking. Wait, they want me to do a fucking ultimate? What's wrong with them? Seed of Sacrifice. That's the Warrior of Light. I don't think I even own that extreme. And if I do, when? I could do Abysso's Fifth Circle. I could do that. I can't run it as Paladin. That's for damn certain. Maybe I could run it, I'll run it Reaper so I don't have to... But then again, that's going to take some time. Well, fuck it. I can run it Reaper. It's fine. Why am I wearing 2B's... Why am I wearing 2B's fucking... Oh, it's because I have no fucking... I didn't get the... Wait, no, it claimed on... Why? Wait, it's only on Reaper. I didn't... Oh, I know what I did. I know what I did. Oh, fuck. Let me dispel. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, always keep your fucking... always keep your glams checked. I think it was because I was gonna run near raids with my friend Luna, and I was like in a 2B outfit. But then, yeah. Okay. That's fucking funny. Okay, wait, what am I doing again? Right, I'm doing... Clicked on everything that's wrong. And, what am I doing wrong? What's my item level? Fuck me. Right, because I don't play DPS. Alright, never mind. We are going in as a tank. Go in as my funny Dark Knight. Why not? I'm so good at this game. Opening every menu that isn't the right one. Alright, Fifth Circle. Q for that. Do be going. I can keep the map down here. Lit. I didn't even think about the placement for the map. I was just kind of sitting back like, I could. Did a bot just... Yeah. Oh, damn. What the fuck? Alright. Don't let me main tank. Okay, that's... What is that again? Right, that's that. The HUD's a little messy, I'm noticing, which is like, I'll have to move like the I'm definitely gonna have to move the enemy thing. Maybe even make it a little smaller too. Yeah, those are just basic AoEs for now, if I remember correctly. Okay, I shouldn't be taking the fucking bulls, but I am. Oh, I pressed the wrong thing. We're safe in here. Oh. Wait. Giving other people... Wait, that does that? Okay, Sonic Howl is magic here, but I wasn't paying attention to that because I'm stupid. Let's see if I can... No! It actually booted me out of that, son of a bitch, bro. I tried to see, that's fine. It's not like a big deal, but I do kind of want to, at the very least, move it to the side a bit. Because it's kind of going over the target bar. I hope it automatically takes me out of the menu too. That'll be awkward if the fight continues and it's just like, oh, you were editing your HUD, right? I was like, bro, please don't do it. Oh, it wasn't. Cool. Over here. Someone's controller died, and then people are in chat just like, how dare you? Obviously as a joke, but it's funny. Did that shit not trigger? It didn't trigger it. I could get... Fuck, so it's... So if I remember correctly, yeah, it's a giant AoE thing, and then I run over here. And we're safe and sound. Not the Sage and Reaper, though. They got knocked the fuck out. Oh, I need to provoke. I did the wrong combo because I kind of freaked out. I didn't know how to react, I'm not gonna lie. Wait till that AoE goes off first. That's good. Where's it gonna land? Okay, it landed on that side, so we're good right here. Oh, wait, that's fucked. Ugh. Fine right here for now. Oh no. Okay, we do have LB3, so if ever needed, we can... That's fucked up, bro. That's fucked up. It really ain't gonna activate. Really? Who all beats early, though? Jesus. And we got it, we're fine. Okay, now I need to move the enemy list a little farther out. I think overall I could work with this HUD, though I gotta... This layout's fine. I think the only thing I don't really like is where I have the buffs and debuffs placed. Otherwise, I can work with that. Oh wait, can I could just need on them all. Because we're not doing it's not the normal rules, bitch. Watch my inventory gets clogged. I'm betting on it. I'm betting on my inventory just getting like clogged up and shit. Got a 95, so I'm at least guaranteed the helm. Yeah. Well, maybe not guaranteed. That's not the right word, but I definitely get like close to it. So there we go. At least got some items, so that's at least good. Okay. Okay, I need to see if there's a better place to put the fucking buffs and debuffs, because, well, I want to see them. I can't put them like right there, because not only would they be too small, so I can even fit right there, but unless we move the map somewhere else. I could probably make the map a little smaller and move it elsewhere. And then I have my, because this is where I originally was gonna have like my buffs and debuffs, so it could like work right here. Actually, you know, I could probably make them their original sizes too while I'm doing it. I don't give a fuck much about the other status, but oh god, I pressed the wrong thing. I don't really care too much about how that one looks, but it is what it is. What you gonna do? Yeah, I think I like that a lot more because I'm actually very used to looking on the left side to see my buffs and debuffs anyway, and I can make the map a little smaller. A little smaller. God, at that point you can't even tell it's a fucking, that's a really mini map, if you will. Actually, it should be fine right there, right? Actually, yeah, that'll be okay. Even if something like overlaps the map, it's not gonna be like by much. And even then, I could just do this. I could do this and see where I am. So that works. That works fine. Okay. Right, book. The fuck are treasure dungeons again? I don't fucking remember what those are. I'm gonna be dead ass honest. We could just do dungeons for the rest of this. Because, like, we need 4 more. But I could also just go unsync. I can just reroll, like, for Extreme, Ifrit, and King Moogle. I can just reroll second chance. I'm unsync, go through them, and then I'll just have them done. I think it's when can I do the shuffle thing? Only when it's between 3 and 7, so I can get like 1 more, and if I'm content with it, then I can continue going. But otherwise, no. It's like, I could do Paladin. For the next one, who knows how much that'll work out for me. So what? Wait, oh fuck me. I just realized if I do like the random, like, if I do the leveling thing, it's probably gonna give me... Okay, so I need to do 50 or a 70 or 89. Oh, fuck. I'm pretty sure there's a category thing I could do for this, for the daily roulette, right? 50. Oh, but there's a huge chance I won't get what I want. Fuck it. Fuck it, we're gonna do it. If I fuck up and I get ass, then I fuck up and I get ass. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Best case scenario, I get that one Shadowbringer dungeon where I actually want a gunblade from it. Or no, we just won't get it. I don't remember this dungeon. I actually do not. Oh, fuck. This ought to be fun. Ooh. Okay, let's wait. Yep, we're all going. All right. I don't know why I focus targeted it. There was literally no point in me doing so. Wait, one more. Okay. I'm kind of just partially wanting to get my bearings because I have not played through this in a bit. I think after I kill the big guy, then we can pull more from here. Oh, gun one more. Oh, there's just... Oh, well, we needed to... Well, fuck me too. Oh, right. Does that that interrupts combos? Fucking forgot about that. Oh, right. I do that and then I can automatically perform. Right. I forgot. Is this single target? Yeah, it's single target. Okay. Like, I genuinely didn't remember if it was single target or not. Deal with all them, right? It's not that much, is it? There's a little more, but like... Oh, fuck me. Hey, come here. I'm such a good help to the team. Oh, no. Don't get me mistaken. I wasn't trying to heal myself. Okay, I still need to move the target bar a little farther out. Okay, we can't pass through here unless... Got it. Okay. We're good. We can move on to the boss. Alright. I love how it wanders, too. Don't think Torpedo's Tank Buster? I don't think it's a Tank Buster, at least. Didn't feel like it. I realize how useless this is. I could have used it a lot sooner. Right. This is a level 70 dungeon too, so it does fill one of my criteria things. So we should be good. I don't know why I pressed that, knowing damn well it wasn't a good idea. Yikes. Oh, you fucking... Oh, I still hit him with it. Oh, wait, do I want to hit that? I don't know. Oh, wait, that's pull. Oh, fuck me. Pit a while still going. Okay, come here, come here, come here. The ass and the flank is still revealed, so you guys can still make something work out of that. Ow. Alright. I'm gonna move the fucking enemy list a little farther down, like so. How strong is this boyo? Decently strong, but like... Is he just a pushover? Oh, he is. Yeah, he is. Paladin's got good ass range stuff. I'm gonna say that right here and now. Oh fuck. I still can't believe it took Square so long for them to add, like, damage icons based on whether or not you were dealt with magic or physical damage. You'd think that would have been in the game day one, but nope, here we are. Kill that bitch. Come on. Is he really not almost dead? Bro. What's in my inventory? Quick tongue. That's for magic, right? If I remember correctly, that's oops. So used to playing Gunbreaker. Damn it, why did they keep AoEing? Could I not? Alright, they're getting low, so we can just bring them over. They're getting low, we can bring them over, we can do this. I'm also testing to see how many fucking enemies show up on the list. It looks like barely the amount. That was 6 I saw. I don't think it goes any higher than that, if I'm not mistaken. Go. Second boss. I don't remember how this boss functions. I'm ready to see that. Not a rotating mechanic. Thank God. I think it's about to. Mm-hmm. Okay, we're good. Oh, fuck me. We need to destroy this one. It's done. Fucking again? Wow. There's a lot more of them this time. Oh my god, I'm so lucky that I got that. Someone LB? Or am I crazy? I thought I heard the LB sound. And I was like, I might need to make the map bigger, or at least put it somewhere else, because I'm starting to think. Yeah, we can't move on until we beat these guys, so... Alright, transformation lasts. Okay. Assuming, yeah, we can't move on from here. Oh shit, that was actually a bad timed melee. Or range attack, not melee. I think we can get the rest of these guys, no big deal, right? I trust in our teammates, honestly. I'm just gonna have to play a little more defensively. Ooh, I won't lie, my confidence is probably getting the worst of me. Oh, fuck. I'm popping hollowed, fuck it. I got way too fucking cocky there. Okay, I think I remember bits of this boss. I mainly remember his appearance more so than him, but oh, what did I do wrong? I gotta use those visuals. Meteor. I was gonna say, that's a fine position to be in. Oh, they're confused too, what the fuck? Ooh, okay. That gives them no time. That gave them no time to get out of there. Oh, bitch. Yes! I thought I was gonna get hit there. I was gonna be like, bro. Oh, wait, fuck me. I wasn't paying attention. I don't know what the Reaper's doing. I know they don't got those kind of positionals. You don't need to be near the front. Literally, Reaper's my main DPS. I would know. Yeah, get that LB. Get that LB. Well, let me commend that fucking healer. Oh, fuck. 2 player combinations, too. Let's go. I mean, I know I'm the tank, but shit. Alright, I think what I'm gonna do for the HUD, or sorry, the map, I'm gonna bring it back to its original size. Have it off to the side like that. It's bigger and a little more, yeah, I can work with that. Alright, let's see if this pisses me off or not. You see, there's a possibility that it could be good, but I'm not gonna risk it. We're gonna shuffle it up and see what we get out of it. This is somehow worse. Alright, let's do it again. Did I piss God off? There's only 3 left in the... Okay, wait. This will be the last time I shuffle. It better be something better than... Now think of it like this. Hypothetically speaking, right? I could get 1 right here, 2 right here, and that will... No, that won't work. That won't give me a... Fuck my life. I can still get, like, either 1 right here and 1 right here to get 2, or 1 right here and there. Like, I still have a chance of getting at least 2, which will be fine by me. Because I would mainly be getting it for the MGP cards, just so that way I can get closer to the bunny suit. That's all I'm really gonna care about. Why would I care about anything else in this fucking game? Bunny suit, yo. but yeah, I think what I'm just gonna do for that is just retry, blip, retry, blip. I just knocked out a fucking Puppet's bunker from that too. And we'll just do the rest of the shit unsynced. Which I think I could do as Paladin. I'm pretty positive I could still do it as Paladin. I don't know. I also want to move my HUD around. Inventory grid up here. Guild count here. I know I should have done this off stream, but I didn't get a chance to, so yeah. I can move like the notices right here. Actually, something just dawned upon me. If I were to hypothetically switch my other class, like, oops, Darknight, for example. Okay, that doesn't reach for there. That's fine. I might want to just have this slightly raised up, though. Let me just check my other classes. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Dash fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. This is fun. This is fine. This is fine. This is fine. Okay. I was just making sure, yo. I just realized that didn't even level me up either. Which is fucking piss. Oh wait, I need to... We're just gonna do it unsynced because fucking why would I sync it? Why would I sync it? This is just spam AoE and random ass attacks to win, honestly. I keep forgetting that there's literally a fucking just a This Is Halloween remix. For whatever reason. It's funny, don't get me wrong, I just want to know why it exists. Like it's like how far do I have to move it? I don't fucking know at this point. Okay, wait. FFXIV, how many enemies show? Oh, well, fuck. No way I could test that shit out. I love how despite Ifrit being the first primal boss, it shows up lower down in the ranks, and it's like, that doesn't make too much sense, but alright. I just hit it with my arm, practically. Yeah, okay. Enemy list is gonna have to move elsewhere. This bitch doesn't want to die. I think Ifrit and King Moogle are like the most annoying to do on sync. Mainly because they have so many fucking like moments where they're invincible, or they just have a bunch of fucking enemies showing up in general, and it just gets really fucking annoying. Because you're just like, oh, I gotta do all this shit again. I guess I could just have the enemy list up here. Let's see. Fuck. Fuck. If I don't get one, I'm definitely not getting anything else from this. I do. Okay, I have. There are 3 spaces that I could get that will result me in at least getting 1 line, but the odds of that. Not so much in my favor. I think I'll do the redo on the King Moogle one, because that's personally, I think that's the quickest to do. And pretty much the least annoying of the 2 I'd rather do. Alright. Book done, and I think I'm pretty cool with the location of the enemy list, so I don't have a problem with that. It kind of sucks because the enemy list just shows up like that. It's like a small bar, so I can't really predict how much is on the shit. Like, even with the party list, it shows me, like, how big it can be. Like, damn. Alright, please. Please. Oh, thank God. I at least got 1 line. That works for me. Oh, boy. Oh, fuck. I was worried I wasn't even gonna get 1, so that makes me pretty happy, and of course I get it. Alright. I think I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream here. And I really like how my HUD's turned out. If there's any other changes, I'll be sure to do that portion off stream so I don't make it, like, kind of boring at the beginning. Because I know it must have been. But anyway, yeah. Let's see who we got playing what. There's a lot of humans who I could raid, but I don't know who in particular. Who the fuck summoned them out? I heard that. I wasn't looking at FF though, so I don't know who did that. Let's see. We will raid Santa. How about that? Santa's playing Destiny 2, so that ought to be fun. Raid your mom. My mom doesn't stream, Treeper. What you mean? And even if she did, God knows how quickly she'll get banned. God fucking knows how quickly she would be banned. I'm not saying that as an insult. I'm saying that as a, oh God, it'll happen. Also, what the fuck happened to your power? That's gangsta. What the fuck happened to your power? I just checked the Discord because like I was like, oh shit, if you're here, I wonder if you're like maybe in like a VC or something with some other people. But then I saw your stats. I'm like, bro, what happened? Who do I gotta kill? Ice Storm, bitch. You know, that's fair. That's fair. No arguments here. Fuck them Ice Storms, honestly. Honest to fucking God. Well, I hope you get your fucking power back. Unless you already got it. I'm assuming you're probably watching on your phone or something. I don't know. But if you don't have your power, I hope you get your power back. Just got it back today. Oh, okay, okay. Gotcha. Okie dokie. Duly noted. Was that a fucking horse? Sorry, I saw Final Fantasy open. I just heard a horse fucking yell at me. Oh, fucking shit. But the internet's still out. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Okay. Fair. Alrighty. Anyways, I'm gonna raid fucking Santa, and then I'm gonna get some food, because I'm hungry as shit. I will die without food, at least according to the logic of human beings. But yeah, I don't know what else to say other than fuck something. Not someone, something. Fuck something. Oh god. Why do I say the things I say? I don't know. I'm cringe. Honest to God. I am fucking cringe. Say a yo mama joke. Yo mama so political. She's the reason that all her kids are trans. That was a bad joke. That was a bad joke. Not like an offensive joke. It's just one I can relate with. Because I'm speaking from the fucking heart. Anyways, that is where I'll end my stream and whatnot. Santa's streaming Destiny 2, so that ought to be something right now. What the fuck? Sorry, I was saying that straight from my heart. I'm just saying that straight from my heart. It's not realistic. But I'll give you a joke, but please do. I like to tell some jokes to my friends and fams, yo. But anyways, I'm going to head out now and get food and all that shit. So, yee.